quedarme toda la noche. No nos queda mucho tiempo más. No quiero perder lo que queda. Seguimos siempre la pasión y confiamos solo en el amor. Yeah. No quiero perder lo que queda. Y más allá, a través de la gran oscuridad, hasta que me convierta en rayos. Y más allá, a través de la gran oscuridad. Y más allá.
Yo, what's going on, guys? So this is gonna be another video of the Pro Analysis series. This time will be Survivor. I believe the two previous ones were Killer, so if you want to check those out, just check my playlists. This is also something I do in my coaching, which is the video analysis. So this is not gonna be as detailed, obviously, as I do in my coaching, but just know that's something that I do. So it will be something that I do there, so it will be very helpful nonetheless. For you guys to follow me for some time, you can probably notice I'm using a new mic right now. It's a better one. So let's go. So first things first. Game just started, so we need to find a gym. Don't take my perks too seriously. I was not in the mindset of playing try hard this game. I was just, casually playing. So I might be using some troll perks for that matter. So first thing, you want to find a gen right away. I would be a mistake. It was doing gens together. And the reason for that is, right now I'm pretty much just doing with them for points, because like I said, I'm not really playing try hard, but this would be a mistake overall in terms of playing optimally, because if the killer comes here, he can pressure three people at the same time out of the gen. But if people are separated, he can only get one person, out of the gen, so there's always gens being worked on. That's why it's better to do gens individually, like I'm doing right now at the moment. Also, I have objects, so object of obsession, the perk, so I can tell where the killer is and what's going on. I know how far away he is from me, how safe or unsafe I am, or might be for that matter. I see already, he already hooked that guy. My gen's already almost 50, about to be done, and he just finished his first chase. So far not so good for him. But yeah, it seems like the random is gonna kill himself. This match I was playing Survivor Friends. I'm pretty sure we're at least 3 people, for sure. I believe this guy that just killed himself was the actual random. So now it's a 3v1 and we have 2 gens. Which he still has a lot of chance to win, actually, if he's a good killer. So now he found me, so it's chase time. It's a doctor, so you gotta remember that if you get shocked, you can't drop the pellets or do any kind of action for at least 2 seconds, I believe. So right now, I'm gonna drop the pellet early before I get shocked, because if I did not drop the pellet there, I would get shocked and he would be able to loop again and hit me before I could get another chance to drop the pellet. That's why I timed the drop there a little early. So right here, we're moving to another loop. Right here, he definitely could have hit me here. I don't know why he didn't try, but he doesn't seem to be that good anyway. So I got away with that, but that was definitely a hit if he tried. When you fast fall like that, your hitbox stay active for even after you vaulted, your hitbox is still very much active. After a medium vault, you gotta do the fast fall to not get hit like that. Now, this is a good point you should notice, how good a survivor is. The mediocre survivors, the okay survivors, they know how to loop and everything, but they loop a single structure. An actual advanced survivor, he will combo the different structures that are close together. Not necessarily close together, even far away, but they will combo things together to make the loop even stronger, and also for more efficiency. Because if you saw there, I jumped those windows at least like 3 times before I actually got to a pallet. So that means I'm extending the chase for a lot longer than if I were to just, you know, move around pallet from pallet and dropping, because pallets are not infinite, so you want to preserve them as much as possible. And usually by combining structures like this, you can take advantage of a lot of windows for the most part. And like I said about doing gens individually, you gotta keep in mind that as soon as a game starts, for that matter, like you're either doing gens or you're getting chased. And if you're doing anything remotely different from these two things, you're just wasting time. And if you're wasting time, because this is a game of time, I don't think people realize that, but it's not a game of, especially if you're playing killer, it's not a game, it's not about chasing and downing people fast, it's about time overall. And as a survivor, if you're not doing a generator, time is just being wasted. The match is not progressing. So that's more time you're giving the killer to kill you and your team. So just keep that in mind, that if you're crouching, urban evading around, you know, if you're just like hiding for no reason around the map, if you're even things as moving from gen to a gen would be also a waste of time. So of course there's something you have to do, but you still consider that as wasting time as well. You should either doing a gen or being chased. Otherwise, you're just helping yourself and your team get killed as a final result of the game. You see this mostly happen on low ranks. High ranks, they still do it, but not as much as low ranks. But just keep that in mind. You're helping yourself get killed in your team, so please don't do that. Especially if you're on my lobby. So like right now I just finished the gen, so immediately just gotta find another gen again, so the game is progressing. And of course this is a 3v1, but most people think it's really hard when you get a 3v1 match or even a 2v1 match, but it's really not that hard as long as you can keep the chases good and they can last enough time, you know. If you're good at looping and you can keep the killer busy, because you got the killer can only be in one place at the same time, so you're 3 people and he's only 1, so if he's chasing someone and the guy can last a long time in the chase, there's at least 2 people doing gens at that time, so that's not little, you know. 2 gens at a time is a lot. It takes what, if they're both doing solo, it takes like 1 minute and a half to do a gen. So if you can last a minute and a half chase is really not that long. So if you can last a minute and a half on a chase, that's like 2 gens gone just like that, even if you're playing 3v1. Which, as you can see on a scenario like this, that's a very big deal, because we already finished 2 gens before the first guy was even dead. So it's really, the maps have so many pallets and stuff, it would be really not that hard to keep that going. So just keep that in mind, it's really not that hard, as long as the chases will be the first step, and then working on the gens will be the second step towards making that happen, that comeback or that win, whatever, even if you're outnumbered. Well, not really outnumbered because it's 3v1, but if you have less number on your team. Now, take note of here, the killer is close, so that's why I'm healing. But healing would also be considered a waste of time regarding doing the gens. But because he's close, that's why I'm taking the time to heal. And you notice that I'm also healing near a pallet or near structures behind me, because if I saw him coming, I'm safe. I'm not healing in the middle of nowhere on a dead zone. But now, as you can see, I can see an object that he's not near me anymore. So instead of wasting time healing, finishing the heal, I'll put that time on doing the gen. Because when he's allowing me time to pressure the gen by chasing the other person on the other side of the map. And that's also something, as a survivor, it's very good if you can have in mind, to lead the chase away from the gens that are being worked on. Especially if it's a final gen like this, and he's trying to protect them. If he starts chasing you, go away. Even if you get hit for it, go away from the gens. Because then if he commits to chasing you away from the gens, that's an easy finish for your team on that gen. You see, and because I did not waste the time to heal, I was able to finish that gen. If I had finished the entire heal before I started working the gen, he would be back there by then. It would have kicked me off the gen before I could have finished. I would be healed, sure, but you know, the gen is more important. Right there, I didn't drop I used that hard on the first loop because he would have hit me anyway if I tried to. He would have hit me during the animation. He had enough distance. He was close enough to hit me during the animation if I had dropped that pallet. So that's why I used that hard first. But on the second time around, I was far away enough that I could drop the pallet on him. So like right now, this is a really strong area, so he's making a big mistake by chasing me here on this window, which is somewhat an infinite. Because that's giving time for my other two teammates to open the door. And just like I told you with the gens, if you're the guy that's being chased, this is what you have to do. You gotta keep the killer busy so the others can do their stuff, you know. That's gonna help you later as well. For example, right now they're opening the doors, that's gonna help me escape later. So it's just a team effort overall. And everyone gotta do their role. So right here, I noticed he tried a mind game it the first time, which was a good try. Almost worked. This time, to avoid that happening again, this is why I took this route, going up top. Because by doing so, even if he tried a mind game or no mind game, I would have been able to reach the window anyway. But it was just a way to cut off the mind game possibility for him, as you can see right now. And he, because like had he done the mind game, I would have just gone up anyway, and he would have probably lost me. He didn't do the mind game. I was able to go around all the way around and get the window anyway. So I was safe either way, but I just avoided the game by taking this option. And as you can see now, I have enough distance to go to the door. And because he was chasing me, like I said, it was a mistake on his part, chasing me on that strong window at that moment of the game. He should have went for the doors and pressured the other survivors out of them. So you see, he paid the price there. They could have also body blocked for me if it was necessary, but I had enough distance that it wasn't even necessary for body blocks to happen. And yeah, that's how you do a 3v1 comeback essentially. Just get the gens going, and be good on the chases. The chases is really what's gonna buy you as survivor the time for the rest of your team to do the gens and open the doors or whatever it is that you have to do. So that's the start of everything. Is being good on the chase. And the second part of everything is doing the gens and actually doing the objectives as that person that's good on chase is being chased. So yeah guys, this is it for this episode, and I'll see you on the next one.